What's up guys, it's P here again. Before the actual video begins, I would like to say that there are already similar videos regarding this topic and it is not in my ill intent to rip them off. In this video, I'm going to share my personal views, particularly on stuff that I wished I learned sooner in Counter-Strike. So I first started CS back in late 2015 and I was so trash at the game back then. I felt like my improvement was so slow compared to others, but if I had realized the importance of these concepts, then maybe I would have improved faster. So number 1, improving crosshair placement means getting easier kills. It should be common knowledge at this point that crosshair placement should be at head level at most times, and aiming below that is generally a big no-no. There are already maps designed to improve your crosshair placement such as wipe-rack arena maps, but now I'm gonna discuss the other aspect of crosshair placement which is often overlooked by other people. A bad habit that I used to have was that I held angles too tight. If the opponents peeked wider than I was expecting them, then I would have to flick, which is not 100% reliable. And it honestly took me quite a while to realize that I should be holding wider a good portion of the time. So to summarize this point, by holding wider, that means you have to flick less, and kills will be easier for you. For more information regarding this aspect of crosshair placement, I recommend that you watch the video of Launders wherein he breaks down Swag's crosshair placement. Swag oftentimes compensates for his reaction time and how wide the enemies are gonna peek when pre-aiming. So for my second point, which is that there are tons of accessible online resources for improvement out there. There are content creators that post tutorials on YouTube, and the ones that stand out to me would be Vu, Steel, Almapudi, Mahone, Hardfluff, and WarOwl to name a few. Their videos cater to different levels of players, and usually beginners that just installed CS and want to learn the basics should be recommended to watch WarOwl before moving on to the other creators. Average to intermediate players can be recommended to watch Almapudi as he breaks down why pros do what they do. And in my opinion, Vu can be watched at any level as he breaks down mechanics at different levels and then also has definitive guides on improving certain aspects of your game. Moving on from individual improvement, there are also creators like Mahone that break down team strategies which I think fits experienced players that are looking to improve their teams. So honestly, I think there's nothing holding back a player from being a better version of themselves. These resources are literally free. I just think that newer players need to be introduced more to these creators so that they are more aware. So for my third point is to not focus solely on aim training. Movement and positioning also separates good players from not so good players, and having good aim for a level is a good feat to have, but it won't mean much if you are playing the most pre-fireable spots in the game or you have subpar movement. While these aim routines look appealing as they give you confidence and instant results, movement and positioning are often overlooked and they can take you a long way. Also, on a side note, if you're gonna grind aim training, don't mindlessly deathmatch or aimbots. Try to work on certain aspects of your aim. Moving on. A few years ago, I had to learn the hard way that I should not be peeking with W, I should be counter-strafing when clearing angles, and in terms of positioning, I learned to stop holding the most common spots with a rifle. I should be peeking and unpeeking to lessen the chances of getting pre-fired. So to summarize this point, aim isn't everything. And there are also tons of things that you can improve on that is not aim only. So for my fourth point, demo watching also helps remove bad habits. When I first got out of silver, I felt on top of the world. My ego was through the roof and I felt like I knew a lot. But little did I know that gold novas are not any special. This is a prime example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I overestimated my own skill, which I think held me back for a bit. I think other newer players may suffer from this, and my advice would be that to watch your own demos. No, not the one where you flex that 130 bomb game. Watch the ones where you played bad because this is where you will realize that you are not as good as you think you are. And lastly for now is to not one-trick a map. I'm never gonna hear the end of this from my friends, but we used to play only Mirage a lot. We had a lot of gimmicks on it to catch other people off guard, but we didn't bother on mastering the other maps. This came to bite us when we got to the higher ranks. We can put up a good fight if we played Mirage, but if the V2 got us Inferno or Overpass, or in worst cases, Nuke, Train, or Vertigo, it was an auto loss for us. So my advice for newer players is that they should master at least 3 maps and familiarize with the other maps. Being a good player is not only being good on Mirage or Dust 2. It also means that you can transfer that skill to other maps. If you've made it this far, then I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you want more videos like these, just feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, I'ma head out.